And I'm live. Here we go. We're about to get started. Welcome, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Yes, yes. Okay. So we're all set up. We're ready to go. You can see me. How are you doing? How are you feeling today? How's your day going? How's it been? How's it going? What's working? What's not? So just checking in. Uh, our next message, my next message, welcome. I'm Gabrielle White, and this is the Gift of Gab Daily. So my next message for today, in line with all these things that I've been talking about this week. Yesterday we were talking about the gift, and now today I want to talk about something called Circle of Five. Okay, so maybe you've heard that saying before. Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. Or maybe you've heard you are the average of the five people you spend the most time with. Or maybe you've heard, if five people are broke, you're probably the sixth one if you're hanging with them. These kind of things, right? So it seems that association is very important, right? You ever heard the saying like attracts like, right? Like attracts like. This is scientific, right? This is just principles. So, circle of five, I want you to consider who's in your circle. Who is in your inner circle? Who are the top five people closest to you? Who are you calling, speaking to, hanging with the most? And what are you pretending not to know? Right? So, we've been discussing me this week, right? And I've been giving you some examples from my life so that you can go into the recesses of your mind and privately work things out within yourself and decide where you fit into all of this and where you see yourself in this story, right? So, the thing about that circle of five, let me tell you, I once would think, you ready? So I would think, okay, well, that's them, and this is me. I'm here in the corner, and I'm just here. I'm present and everything, but I'm not really a part. Like I'm a part, but like I'm just kind of like over here. And so yesterday, when I was talking about the gift, right, and even in the days prior, things that I've been discussing with you guys, in setting the stage for your success, right, in setting the stage for your success, it's so important that you consider who it is that you're around. Your environment plays such an important part in your success and in elevating your life and getting to anything that you want, right? So now the thing is, who's on your team? Who's rolling with you? Because those are the people who are supporting you. Those are the people who are speaking to you. Their influences are all around you, right? And you're believing in that. If you didn't believe in that, you wouldn't be there. And I'm going to say it again. If you didn't believe or agree in some way, then you would not be there. So there's a thing about your circle of five, right? Think about a team. Your team is as strong as the weakest link. And sometimes we have a tendency to shortchange ourselves. And I'll give you an example. When I did the identity video the other evening, I spoke about breaks in identity and then what occurs when there's a break in your identity, right? So that belief in yourself, that story that's playing in your mind, that matters, right? So now your circle of five, imagine this. How you are thinking and feeling about yourself, how you relate back to yourself is oftentimes reflected in who and what you allow yourself to be around. And while that may or may not be something you want to hear right now, it is true, right? You may be settling somewhere in some area of your life. I've done it before. And what happened was it's this thought in your mind, right? I can't be over there. I belong over here. I won't fit over there. I qualify for over here. right? And so the labels that we apply to ourselves, I said so true, right? The labels that we apply to ourselves, they're important. The vision that we have for ourselves, the beliefs that are playing inside of ourselves, it all shapes and affects our values as well. And it shapes the goals that we aim for. There's been a large echo about, I want to achieve six figures. I want to achieve six figures. But who placed that cap? Where did that come from? Where did you get that goal from? Where did you get that thought from, that idea, that concept? Why does it stop there? And why are you so afraid to dream bigger? Or maybe six figures seems so far out of reach. Why is 40,000 a year your cap? And there's nothing wrong with what it is that you earn or what it is that you're making. What I'm saying is, when you're writing out your goals and your dreams, what is it that is going on inside of you while you're placing limitations? You're only willing to dream, but so much. Because in only being willing to dream, but so much, not all of our dreams will we achieve, right? We're not going to get to everything realistically. So dream really, really big and dream a lot and dream now. And you might be doing that. I know I was. However, I kept placing a cap. I had this vision. Okay, well, now that I've had this break in my identity that I'm now identifying with, right? Here's what I think and believe I can accomplish from this point forward. Are there realistic limitations to ourselves? Yes. Like, for example, I cannot dunk on an NBA basketball hoop. It sounds fun. It looks fun. But realistically, for me, I can't get up there unless someone's going to hold me up and boom, score, right? So that's what I mean. We talk about SMART goals. You hear a lot about SMART goals, right? And in getting in alignment with yourself and taking a look at your goals and in setting them, SMART goals, the R, realistic, right? But then there's a thing about realistic, because going back to that circle of five, depending on who you're rolling with, it will determine whether you believe you can only walk, or if you know and believe and have faith, you can fly. Are you spreading your wings? That feeling and thought that you have about yourself and your circle, it's affecting your ability to leave the ground. And I'll tell you, there was something going on and it was so strange and I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't figure it out. Like, something is off, something is off, right? You ever catch yourself like looking back, you know? When you come out of things, it's so easy to look back and reflect and say, whoa, can't believe I was there. And that's the thing. Depending on your mind, this is why it's so easy. Like, you'll be standing afar and you'll look at something and you'll observe and you'll say, wow, that's so strange. Why is that eagle walking on the ground like that? Why is that eagle flocking with the turkeys? You ever saw an eagle flocking with some turkeys? It would look like so strange, right? That might be you. Or have you had a time in your life when you were doubting? I don't really know. I don't know if I have wings like that. So that's why your circle is so important, because they instill and reinforce a belief in you. Who's speaking into you? Who and what are you around? What you're accepting, you're continually telling your mind, this is okay. This is good enough. But is this what you really want? And is your circle of five firing you up? Or is it an echo chamber of lack and we can't and we can never and we won't get chosen, we never get chosen, and the sky is falling? Is the sky always falling in your circle? You know what I mean? What's going on in the conversations? Are you building? Is it increase? Are you guys applauding and celebrating each other? Right? Or is it a lot of gossip, a lot of complaining, a lot of negativity, a lot of rainy days? Bad things are always going to happen. But when you're rolling with a winning circle, your circle that is driven, focused, goal oriented, right? There's more celebration than competition, more collaboration over competition, right? As long as you are in your own lane, each of you will make it, believe it or not. And I'll say that again, as long as you are in your own lane and no one's trying to be like the other one, you will make it. You all will. And you can find a way to serve others from within your vision and your goal and your gifts and still be powerful. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a team. Who is in your team? I want you to take some time to consider your inner circle. These are your accountability partners. Are they holding you accountable? Or every time you want to slack, are they like, oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, I wasn't trying to do that too. Right? Is it a norm not to be consistent? Is it a norm not to complete stuff? Is it a norm to be in chaos and calamity? Is drama a norm? What is the norm in your circle? What are you aiming for? What values do you share? What's motivating you? What's driving you? These are all very important things to consider. Because as much as you want to be successful, as much as you might want to change, as much as you have things you want to get done, you're only as powerful as your beliefs, right? And so I'm leaving you on this note, something short, something brief for this evening that I want you to think about. Because you see, that thing about your circle, it's so important. Your circle matters. Your environment matters. Who and what is around you matters. And so you have to think, because some of the things that are going on in your circle, even some of the things that are going on in and around your life, who are you counting on? Who are you believing in? Who are you listening to? Do they have self control? Do they have discipline? Do they live what it is that they speak? Or do they say one thing and then they're doing another? You see, because those who have no contract within themselves, no accountability within themselves, they cannot and won't be accountable to you. They can't help you in being consistent. They can't assist you in being dedicated because that is not their own personal experience. Do people have down days? Of course. Everyone has their ups and downs. But your circle is not the tea party pity circle. You get it? Your circle is to encourage one another to your wins, to your goals. How can we pool our resources? How can we stretch ourselves? How can we challenge ourselves further? What are we reading? What are we listening to? What are we watching? What are we sharing among one another? Right? What places are people taking and leading you to? What are they offering you? Start paying attention to that. What times are they calling you? Because you need to start taking notice. Are they only inviting me to the party and not opportunities to get paid? Are they quicker to offer me things that are bad for me than to invite me to something that will flourish and nourish me? And those are things to consider. And as you take notice, listen, don't be so quick to put the blame on others. Don't be so quick to put the blame, shift the blame onto your circle. Take ownership. Pause for a second. Because at some point, the only way you got here right now was by opening the door for this. The only way you got here right now is by creating a space and allowing this. So I'm leaving you on that note this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to being with you all again. You can catch all the live videos on YouTube. They're there already now. Gabrielle White, Gift of Gab Daily. You can look those up. And oh, before I forget, I want to give a quick shout out to some amazing individuals today who supported the Gift of Gab Daily in a big and extraordinary way. So I would like to shout out Dreampreneurs in Boston. I apologize. Apparently they're going global, right? So, Dreampreneurs in Boston, I want to thank them so much. They have supported us for years. I want to shout out Bronx Bound Books. Look them up. I have a big donation coming their way, and I'm so excited. They're doing some really, really awesome and amazing things. Don't order your books from a big box bookstore. Please go and support. It's a lovely small business, and they're doing amazing things, and they donate and they do a lot of give back in the community. And that's a big thing for me. That's like a huge thing in my heart. I'd also like to shout out the amazing woman whose blessed and anointed hands did my hair. Follow at Beauty by Goldberg on Instagram. She's amazing. Book her for your makeup needs, bridal makeup needs. You need her to travel, follow along with you for the whole day. She's got all kinds of awesome packages, and she can hook your hair up. Oh my gosh, all kinds of styles. Go to her, okay? And I'd like to shout out my sister, of course, at Allie Hustle. Follow her. And last but not least, I would like you all to check out the Real Veggie Cafe in Queens. Check that out. So let me know how it goes. Follow all of these businesses, check them out. Okay. They've been near and dear to my heart as of late. So I just want to thank you all. Wish you a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm enjoying it. I'll see you all soon. Good night and bye bye.